everybody, and welcome to the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. Tonight, from Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, the best of the four-wheel drive trucks, the two-wheel drive trucks, and the dragster tractors pull on this 160-foot course. It's a tremendous horsepower show. We hope you enjoy the action, and we're all ready to go now on the TNT Redman Pulling Circuit. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Grimm, and it's an exciting competition. We hope you enjoy it. And now let's go to the action right now.
It's been a night of super tough competition in the 4x4 class, with only 3 teams left to pull. First up will be James Hamilton in Gone Bananas. Let's see what he can do. .67 feet is good enough to take the lead, but Gone Bananas will have to hold off 2 more challengers to win it. Here's Charlie Lowe in Killer 2 out of Palm Beach, Florida. Killer is running in top form this weekend. .52.78 feet. That run takes the lead by a good 3 feet. It's going to come right down to the wire in this 4x4 showdown. Tony Osteen in the Georgia Rebel will be the final puller in the class. The Georgia Rebel wins it on the last run, coming within a few inches of a full pull. Over to Dave at trackside.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight, Tony Osteen. And Tony, when we talked the last time, there was 1 truck left to run, and I know you were feeling awful confident.
Well, I thought I had a real good run.
Well, you ran smooth. You didn't have as much speed as some of the other guys, but you got locked into the track.
Well, that's what you have to do on these indoor tracks. You have to stay hooked up.
Now, on a short track, do you drive any differently than you would on an outdoor 300-foot track?
Certainly.
And what would you do differently?
Well, it just takes a lot of different driving skills.
Well, we say congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen, you folks here in Memphis, give him another big warm welcome to Western Tennessee. Your winner, Tony Osteen out of West Green, Georgia, the winner with the Georgia Rebel.
Now we go over to the two-wheel drive pull-off. Here's Dave.
Two-wheel drive super modifieds are a little different than the four-wheel drive truck. In the four-wheel drive truck category, they run an injected alcohol engine. But when we go to the two-wheel drive super modifieds, these are the supercharged engines. They'll make a lot of noise, and they're very popular on the Redman TNT circuit. Well, let's go to the action right now.
What a night it has been for the two-wheel drive trucks here in Memphis. 7 teams have gone the full distance to make it into the pull-off. Mike Stowe made a killer run with Mad Dog that set the pace for the rest of the class. That was just one of the fantastic full pulls that set up the unprecedented 7-way pull-off. It seemed everyone in the class was going to take it the distance by the time Jesse Pendleton took off in rough cut. Again, the vintage rig nailed it for a full pull to secure a place in the next round. The last puller in the class, Chuck Chitwood in fast forward, seemed to be a shoe-in. But Lady Luck had another idea. Lady Luck kept the four-wheel master from Lafayette, Tennessee, from joining the others in the pull-off.
We go to the pull-off now. We have 7 trucks that made it in the first round of competition that now go into the extra round, the pull-off round. Our sled operator is Ollie Schaefer. And Ollie, what will you change on the sled as we go into the pull-off?
Well, we went up 2 gears. Last night we went up 1 and caught him just fine, so we made sure we'd go catch him right and went up 2.
That means now that the weight box will be coming up the sled a little bit faster.
That's right. The box moves up faster. Every gear we shift up. We went up 2 gears and thought sure we had him, and he still did it.
All right, let's go to the action right now. They've added more weight to the weight transfer machine. The weight box will come up a little faster this time. We have 7 in the pull-off, and here comes Jim Lyons out of Louisville, Kentucky with the Stitches. And he makes another fall pull! Another fall pull! He's got tremendous horsepower tonight. And this GMC But the Rodak engine is just tearing up the track. Let's hear it for him, everybody. That's 2 full poles. Jim, I'll tell you, they heavied up the sled. Nobody was expecting you to take it all the way. And another full pole. Congratulations.
Dave, we just had a good shot, and I drove it right, and it was hooked perfect, and made a perfect run.
Do you think the track is getting better now from your earlier run to this pull?
No, sir, because I changed no weight.
You changed no weight? Boy, you got locked in.
I understand it. I did real good. I was real proud of that run.
Oh, I tell you, he takes a commanding lead here now, making 2 full poles in the 2-wheel drive Super Modified. Let's go to our next truck.
2 incredible full pulls by Jim Lyons. That will be a tough act to follow for Mike Stowe.
Here comes Bad Dog, Mike Stowe out of Warrenton, Georgia.
Unbelievable. Bad Dog takes the sled out of here to send this one into a double overtime. The 2-wheel drives are smoking in Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee. We already have 2 trucks tied for the lead here in the second round of competition. We're in the pull-off right now.
Next up will be Lindy Alexander and Black Sheep. From here on out, it takes a full pull to stay alive.
All right, you can hear that engine breaking up. The engine was breaking up with the Black Sheep. Alexander Farms out of Wiener, Arkansas.
These trucks are really being put to the test tonight, and the pit crews are working feverishly to keep them in top shape. This is George Milligan, who went from a successful pro football career to follow his true love, truck and tractor pulling. He's up next, and Dave's with him at trackside.
Pulling hasn't been entirely a part of your career. You've done some other things, especially athletically. What happened?
Well, I went to Indiana University, and I graduated with a degree in physical education and coaching. And from then I went to the Oilers, and then I was put on waivers from there.
Now, we're talking the Houston Oilers in the National Football League.
Correct. And then I went to Jacksonville Bulls, which is in the USFL. Then they worked a deal and traded me to Tampa Bay, and I got a contract with them. Then I ended up breaking my hand down in Tampa Bay, so now I'm back home tractor pulling.
Well, now, is this a full-time profession for you?
Well, I got a job back home, but I'm really kind of considering after this week what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about going ahead and being a full-time truck puller. Things are looking up for me and getting some more help from some sponsors. And so probably maybe a month I'll be a professional truck puller full-time.
How does pulling compare to football?
There's nothing like it. I mean, as far as truck pulling, there's nothing like it because there's nothing more I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy football, but truck and tractor pulling is where my heart is, and that's what I love, and that's what I'll do until I die.
Well, a lot of horsepower, whether you're out on the football field or out on the pulling track. Thanks, George.
Thank you, Dave.
George Milligan from Evansville, Indiana. He made a great run the first time. He said, I'm going to move one 100-pound weight forward to balance the car a little bit better. He'd like to make another full pull. Bad Dog and Stitches are tied for the lead in the second round of competition. We don't see a double pull-off very often, but we've got one going right now. George Milligan is lined up in the center of the track. Here he comes. It looks like he broke a blower belt. It looks like he broke a blower belt. We can see that blower belt hanging down in the front.
Pieces of George Milligan's iRock-and-Roll engine are scattered all over the track.
Here comes Wayne Pendleton now with the Diamond T truck, 1935 vintage. We still only have 2 full pulls yet. It's going to take tremendous run to tie the top pullers. Stitches and Bad Dog. And look at Rough Cut go.
152.57 feet for Rough Cut.
George Milligan, you had a good run going. You came off the line real smooth. What happened?
Well, the bottom pulley on the blower broke. Here it is in about 12, 15 pieces. I never seen it happen before. It's the first time it ever happened. So I guess we'll try to go back and fix it tonight and be back tomorrow.
It just disintegrated.
Yeah, it's in about 15 pieces here. Looks like it just blew up.
2 teams are left with a chance to make it into the double pull-off. Up now is David Poore in Cool Papa. He knows what he has to do, but can he take it the distance one more time?
David Poore. And he's going to come up short.
A good run for David Poore in Cool Papa, but not the full pull he needed to stay alive. Richard Wisnett and Hotshot are the last team with a chance at the next round. Hotshot finished 6th overall last year, and the Alabama puller is always a force to contend with.
Out of Union Grove, Alabama, running off that right-hand side of the track. Right at the end, a terrific run. He made a smooth pull down the right-hand side.
And Hotshot makes 3. 3 have survived this grueling competition to make it to the very unusual double pull-off. Jim Lyons and Stitches, Mike Stowe and the Georgia Bad Dog, and Richard Wisnett in Hotshot. 3 of the toughest teams in pulling today. We'll be back with a double pull-off after this.
You don't see this happen very often on the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. A double pull-off. We had 7 in the first round, and out of that 7 trucks, 3 are coming back. Jim Lyons in the Stitches 10-can truck, also the Hotshot truck of Richard Wisnett, and Bad Dog coming up right now. Mike Stowe from Warrenton, Georgia. They've added 4,000 pounds of weight to the sled, and they've moved the weight box up 1 gear. Let's see who finally wins this class.
Jim Lyons is a legend in 4- and 2-wheel drive truck pulling. He's won this class again and again, but tonight he's up against 2 of the best.
From Louisville, Kentucky, in the double pull-off, Jim Lyons STITCHES. You can see the weight box coming up, and they're going to get him stopped this time. Jim Lyons won 93.54. All right, Jim Lyons, a good run, and it's going to be heavy sledding tonight. This is power at its best, only in America, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see this kind of brute horsepower? 15, 16, 1,700 alcohol supercharged horsepower. Bad Dog, Mike Stowe out of Warrenton, Georgia. He's got to beat the checkered flag to take the lead. Here we go. Come on, Georgia. The Georgia Bad Dog. And there's your new leader. Mike Stowe out of Warrenton, Georgia. And you can see that Hotshot is lining the sled up on the right-hand side of the track. That's where he pulled the first and second time. Evidently, he feels that the track is better on the right-hand side. We're going right down to the nitty-gritty. This is what it's all about. He has to beat the red man checkered flag to win this pull, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the 3rd time that they have pulled tonight. These $20,000 and $25,000 racing engines are very hot. Let's hope they all hold together. And here we go now. Hotshot. Green light is on the sled. Watch the checkered flag. I don't know. Oh, my word. All right. This is close. Let's wait for the official distance. Here it is. 104.70. He wins it. And here he comes right out over here. Richard, come on over here, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your winner, a very happy guy. Congratulations. Congratulations, Richard.
Thank you.
Well, this has got to be one of the biggest wins on the circuit.
It sure was. That's 2 tough trucks I had to beat.
And what a pull-off, or I should say double pull-off we had here tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's the first time I ever done it. I owe it all to Jim Lyons. He's a real good engine builder.
This was a knockdown, drag-out pull-off, wasn't it?
It sure was. I'd like to thank Mike Stowe for helping me today work on it.
Well, I tell you, we congratulate you pullers coming back in the double pull-off because I know the engines were hot.
Yes, sir, they sure were. That's why I shut it down right there.
Well, you beat him by 2 feet, and that's pretty close to call. The engine ran strong. Everything went your way here in Memphis.
It sure did. I'm glad to win.
Is this about the biggest win you've ever had?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen, from Union Grove, Alabama, Richard Wisnett. They love him here. Congratulations and good luck. You won't see any better pulling than we have just seen. A double pull-off here from Memphis, Tennessee with the Red Man TNT All-American Pulling Circuit. The pullers went right down to the end. They screamed those engines, and Richard Wisnett won it by 2 feet. We'll be right back with more of the Red Man TNT All-American Pulling Series.
The 5,800 modified tractors will go at it when we return.
Started over 25 years ago. And let's go to the action right now. Jesse Pendleton in the 5,800-pound modified class out of Linden, Ohio. He's running a KB 426 cubic inch, all aluminum block, Keith Black engine. Jesse Pendleton with the Fiddler. You can see that weight box coming up. The weight is catching him. He is going to take the pull. He is going to take the pull. They're going to leave the sled set where it's at.
Inch Pincher 2 and Bob Chickering are up next. These classic pulling rails maintain the look, power, and excitement of the early days of truck and tractor pulling. Back in the 60s, innovations such as the Allison V12 on Inch Pincher raised the competition to a much higher level.
With the Inch Pincher, Bob Chickering out of Bloomfield, Iowa. And he can really turn those tires. The most unusual tractor in America today, Will Rittinger. He has pulled for 35 years. A farmer from Circleville, Ohio. Waterman racing engine. You can see it's tough pulling here tonight. That brings up Ron Headley from Fairfield, Iowa with Betty's Headache. All right, these are KB, Keith Black Chrysler heavy engines. This is the #1 drag racing engine in the world today. In drag racing, they run them on nitromethane. We do not use that in pulling. We only run alcohol. Headache. And he takes the lead. Ron Headley out of Fairfield, Iowa. Betty's Headache. 2 Keith Black Chrysler heavy engines. Really turning it on. They love you down here in Memphis, and boy, you are running tough this weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. It's a pretty good weekend. I think track's doing real good for me.
Yeah, no question it is, isn't it? Now, it looks like you're running light on the front on purpose.
Yes, I am. On a short track, you got to run light. You got to get the front wheels in the air to go anywhere.
Running super strong. It looks like you're going to be tough in this class in 1988. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. Thank everybody in Memphis coming out to watch us tonight.
All right, Ron Headley takes the lead here. A tremendous run. Here's a tractor that used to run 2 blown Chevrolet engines, and a couple of years ago, Jerry Fornash sold the Chevys and went to the Allison. He says it's much easier to work on an Allison, and he doesn't have as much repair on an Allison as he does the Chevrolet. Jerry Fornash from Iowa. Jerry Fornash really screaming that Allison aircraft engine. Lurch, a terrific run for Jerry Fornash, who has pulled for nearly 30 years in the Iowa Tractor Pulling Association and also on the TNT Redman pulling circuit the last couple of seasons. From St. Genevieve, Missouri, the Blue Ox, Eddie Gavro. Now he can hit around 10,000 RPM with these twin Chevrolets out here. He'll stream these engines. Watch the pylon, the checkered flag on the Red Man TNT pylon. That's the distance to beat. Ron Headley out of Fairfield, Iowa is in the lead. It's going to take a tremendous run.
An excellent run, but Blue Ox's best is not quite good enough to overtake Ron Headley and Betty's Headache. Ron will win the class more than 10 feet ahead of the Ox's second-place Ron. Dave will be back with the winner after this.
This ESPN.
Well, I tell you, they loved him here in Memphis, Tennessee. And for the second night in a row, congratulations, Ron Headley.